Okay, well, thank you for joining us on this slideshow presentation about Washington University in St. Louis's Neuroscience PhD program. My name is Tamara Hershey, and I'm joined by Tim Holey. We are both co-program directors for this neuroscience program. So our program has a wonderful array of benefits. We have a strong administrative structure that supports our program as well as 12 other PhD programs. In neuroscience, we have a well-known historic and current excellence in our faculty and in our training. We provide both depth and breadth in the training experiences that students can access. And I'll go over some of those details in a minute. Just to note, we are in the process of building what's going to be the largest neuroscience wet lab building in the Western Hemisphere that's due to be completed in several years. This is all embedded in a very vibrant, collaborative, supportive, and growing community. So, many schools, many programs can offer rich resources, both intellectual and physical, but I think what's important for prospective students is, what are the more intangible qualities of a program? What sets us apart or gives us our unique character? And I think that's captured in three areas. One is our faculty, another is within the training, and the last is the community that this is embedded in. And then we are located in an extremely livable and vibrant city that has a great history and world-class and affordable amenities. So let me talk first about our faculty. We have a full breadth of faculty that span the full breadth of neuroscience. Over 150 are affiliated with our program. And these faculty interact with our students through many different events and opportunities. And they become parts of our students' both formal and informal mentorship teams. The training that we provide our students spans a number of structured and unstructured experiences. And what I'm showing you here are the outline of our milestones and requirements through the time in the program. They're color-coded though, so that blue is our more skills-based experiences in classes. Purple is the core neuroscience content classwork. Black is our extracurricular activities, and green are optional sort of enrichment and specialization opportunities. So in the first year, students are doing lab rotations. We ask them to do 3 rotations through the first year. And out of those rotations, they're picking a thesis lab. They take cellular neuroscience and graduate research fundamentals the first semester, and then systems neuroscience, coding and statistical thinking, and grant writing in the second semester. And then that first year is capped off by our qualifying exam process. Throughout, the program directors are providing personalized advising and support. In year 2, the students have declared a thesis lab, passed their quals, are starting to really get into their research and forming thesis committees. They also take presentations and ethics courses. We offer nano courses for very short-term deep dives into specific topics. Students are required to do 1 semester of a mentored teaching experience where they help with an undergraduate or graduate class and even get to teach some lectures or run labs and study groups. They may select an interdisciplinary training pathway or take additional courses. And then beyond that, it's really all about the thesis proposal, maybe doing some additional pathway or certificate work, and I'll show you some of those examples in a minute, all the way to defense. And along the way, all of these things are open to students to participate in. We have, of course, lots of advising, career exploration types of activities, student groups, outreach to the community, many leadership roles. We take that very seriously for our students and really let them lead a lot of new initiatives, and community building events. So just a word about our training in the sort of research skills. And we do have a new class where we talk about a variety of core skills for work in science, and that could lead to, translate to any kind of career outcome you could imagine. So they include things like scientific reasoning, responsible conduct of research, career readiness, and diversity, equity, inclusion. This class is unique in that it's a place for all first-year students across all 12 PhD programs. And so there's an opportunity there for building even a greater community between neuroscience students and students from other disciplines. The interdisciplinary pathways that we offer also cross programs and schools. And this is the list showing how many are available, and circled are the two that are most popular with our neuroscience PhD students. One is a cognitive, computational, and systems neuroscience pathway. This involves students from neuroscience, psychology, and psychological and brain science, and biomedical engineering. And it's a way for students that are interested in these topics to really ask questions about the brain that cross these disciplines and learn how the other disciplines approach these kinds of questions. So it's a really truly interdisciplinary pathway. Another one that's very popular is the Markey Human Pathobiology pathway. This is a set of experiences that connect basic science and clinical science through the study of disease. And students will even get an opportunity to shadow physicians that are working on the particular disease that's being discussed. There's also many elective credentials. These can be used as a way of exploring potential career pathways, or to just develop the skills that you know you need to pursue a particular career. And these include things like science communication, entrepreneurship, teaching, leadership, and higher education. And along with this, we are building our neuroscience community all the time. We have many student-led neuroscience program activities like picnics and a float trip on our beautiful rivers in Missouri. We have open houses, town halls, newsletters, and a state of the program address that help keep everyone kind of informed and on the same page. And as program directors, it gives us a chance to hear the concerns of the neuroscience community. We also have a very well-organized greater neuroscience community at WashU beyond just the program. That's organized mostly through the Office of Neuroscience Research, and we have a retreat and happy hours and journal clubs and special seminars and receptions. And all of those activities are around learning from each other, getting to know each other, and building connections, both personal and scientific. And that's illustrated here through a co-authorship network of our neuroscience faculty, where each dot is a person, and the line between dots represents a paper that they published together. And what you can see is that all the dots here come from a wide range of disciplines and departments, and that they're fairly well connected. They're not really in islands unto themselves. And I think this is a reflection of the strength of our community and the collegiality and collaboration that we value here. And now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Holy to go through some of the other aspects of the program that help engage students and give them a really rich, supportive environment.
Thanks, Tammy. Yeah, so your graduate training, your coursework is of course only part of what you learn and need to focus on when you're a graduate student. There are many other issues to develop yourself into a great contributor to our society. One of our very successful initiatives is this initiative for maximizing student development, the IMSD, and it is an initiative that tries to make sure that all students have the skills they need to succeed. And this has been incredibly successful, and in fact, it's been so successful that some aspects of the graduate research fundamentals that all of our students take are essentially a direct descendant of that. We have a very strong office for improving diversity, equity, and inclusion, and for supporting our students, and they provide a lot of support to all of the program directors. We interact with these folks on a very regular basis, and they help with many of our community activities. One of the things that we've started relatively recently, for example, is a sort of a focus on race, equity, and social justice in neuroscience, a series of presentations, and we discuss papers, we talk about opportunities for political engagement, even sessions on how to talk to members of Congress, and how to make a case for both science and social justice. And these kinds of efforts really bring the community together in ways that improve the impact of not just our science, but also of our broader impact on the overall community. We have a lot of opportunities to get involved and engaged in the larger community. So we have many different special interest groups to help people find like-minded folks. We have many opportunities to explore specific professional interests, whether you are interested in education, whether you're interested in entrepreneurship, whether you're interested in sort of health-oriented careers, scientific publishing, social policy, etc. And we have a lot of ways of getting engaged with the St. Louis community. So, and students have really played a major role in driving a lot of this kind of outreach. So the Young Scientist Program is a long-standing program. It's entirely student-run. They engage hundreds of students and teachers every year and provide support for local elementary schools and middle schools and high schools, and getting them to know more what the real world of doing science and thinking like a scientist is all about. These kinds of programs extend into the undergraduate years. We have many summer research opportunities at WashU. We have also many sort of other kinds of outreach programs. Our brain discovery is something that is, the Science Center is right next door to the medical campus here at WashU, and our students play an active role in helping bring science to the larger community at the Science Center. And many of our engagement roles have been actually recognized by national and international awards. And so the overall, I think, net effect of these curriculum, these research experiences, these outreach opportunities, and the support networks that our community helps build is a very successful set of outcomes for our students. We have a good time to degree, well below the national average for neuroscience. Many of our students end up in long-term academic careers. So over the last more than 20 or 30 years, more than 2 or 3/4 of our students have actually stayed in academia. But we also provide robust and constantly improving support for industrial careers, for government careers, for journalism careers, and other things like that. One of the really sort of important things, of course, is your ability to focus on your science. And one of the nice things about being in St. Louis is that it's a fairly easy thing here. So we provide competitive stipends, but one of the things about living in St. Louis is it's both an incredibly rich, culturally rich city, but it's also incredibly affordable. Some of our students buy houses while they are here. And so you can live quite comfortably on your stipend, and that really allows you to focus on becoming the kind of scientist and citizen that you might hope that you could become. We provide some support for travel and a number of other necessary components to your support. There are many opportunities to and tutoring to apply for grants and other types of fellowships and awards. One of the perks that I really like very much is that WashU provides us with a free Metro Pass. The two campuses are connected by a train that's just a quick 5-minute ride, and it really helps you connect to the different resources that are available in the St. Louis area. So our applications are coming up soon. December 1st is the application deadline. We'll be sending out interview admissions as soon as we can read through all of the applications. We'll be conducting all of our interviews this year, due to the pandemic, of course, online only. Normally we would bring people here to actually see the city and the institution for itself. March, as you can see, when decisions will be made. And then if you do end up coming to WashU, you can begin research as early as the summertime. You know, St. Louis has really been a wonderful place for me to live. When I came to St. Louis, I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's just been a terrific place. It's an old city by the standards of the US, and so it's got lots and lots of really interesting neighborhoods and cultural events, and yet it's also very accessible. You don't worry constantly about where you're going to deposit your car, or you know, or how you're going to get there, and so it's really got a lot to offer. You know, there's a very strong sort of public spirit. All the museums that ring the Forest Park, which is one of the largest urban parks in the nation, and it's just out the front door essentially of both of the campuses. All of the museums are free, and people literally sometimes go to the zoo for free over their lunch break. There are just a huge number of interesting events. We have a terrific food scene, and you know, just southwest of the city are the Ozark Mountains, an old kind of rolling set of hills, but they really offer a lot of very nice opportunities for diversion. So, you know, we think the overall package here at WashU in St. Louis is really exceptional. This is part of why we as faculty have stayed here in most cases for our entire careers. And we think that if you come and give us a careful look, you'll agree that it's a really remarkable package. So we want to have an open house to allow you to explore the opportunities at WashU in greater detail. And so we encourage you to attend one of these open houses, and these will just be free question and answer kinds of sessions. And then we encourage you to send in an application by our December 1 deadline. Thanks very much for your attention.